I'm asking you to leave.
Don't touch me.
I'm asking
Lou,
you to leave.
Don't touch me.
I'm asking you to leave.
Don't touch me, Lou.
I'm asking you to leave.
Calm
I'm
down.
asking you nicely to leave.
You gotta calm down. It is now 4 o'clock, Lou.
Okay, it's time to leave then.
Now it's 4 o'clock.
Mary, what's this all about?
You gotta calm down, man.
Don't tell me what to do.
You have to calm
I
down.
asked you to
I'm
leave.
gonna tell you what to do.
I know you're gonna tell me what to do.
Calm down.
Who is this guy?
Calm down.
Listen.
And I asked you
Take
if you
it
could.
out of the building.
I asked for the phone number to the judge's office,
we
and
don't
I
have
asked
it,
for a
it's in
copy of the
phone book.
policy. That's all I asked for.
Judge Wise.
I'm not trying to be
is the presiding
difficult.
judge. He says no cameras.
I wear this because I sometimes run into assholes like
I
you.
understand. And if you
I'm just coming to
if
get-
you use profane language, me again. You're
That's-
going to
that's
the
also-
jail.
that's
Okay,
also
this is a public
protected.
place.
Imagine walking into your local village hall to request public records, only to be met by a code enforcement inspector who grabs your arm, calls you a trespasser, and demands you leave, or he'll call the cops. Watch how a routine First Amendment audit at Atlantic Beach Village Hall turns into an unhinged power play, and how true accountability shines through.
Can I help you?
Hi, how are you? Yeah, what services do you offer here? Do you just keep the records for the justice court?
Are you, number one, are you filming?
Number one, I am filming, yes. Yeah.
Why?
I'm just recording my interaction here today with you and anyone I would come in
For what?
contact with too. It really doesn't matter, ma'am. I just wanted to,
Well, it kind of does matter to me. I don't like being filmed.
oh, okay. I, you know, you're a public servant. You work for the government.
I work for the village.
Yeah, so you're a public servant. You get paid for it by tax dollars. I'm just trying to promote some transparency here. So yeah, what kind of services do you offer to the public here? What does your job entail here at the village clerk?
I'm the court clerk.
You're the court clerk, so that means,
The village clerk is up front. You can speak to her.
right. No, I'm specifically asking for the court clerk. What kind of services do you offer here? Like if someone came to this window and wanted some services, what would they normally ask you for?
They would be coming in about parking tickets, moving violations in village.
You keep all the records for those things? And if somebody wanted to request any type of citation or anything, that's all public record that you provide?
Depends, yes.
Okay. And your name was?
My name is Mary.
Mary? Nice to meet you, Mary. My name is Sean. Have a good day. Thank you for answering my questions.
And what is this for?
Excuse me, Mary?
What is it for?
Well, my name is Sean. I'm an independent journalist. I'm just working on a story on the village here. I'm just asking some questions. That's it. Nothing nefarious going on.
Do you have a card?
I don't have a card. I don't carry cards on me. No.
No, you just film people.
Well, I film public servants in the course of their duty, government. When I'm investigating something, it's part of my job
And
to...
what are you investigating?
Well, I can't divulge exactly what I'm investigating because then I would tip my hand to my story that I'm working on here. So I'm just asking questions of government officials. You are a public servant. You get paid for by tax dollars. And you did ask if you could help me with anything. So I just decided to ask you questions, Mary.
Fine.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Videotape is nice.
Really?
What is this for?
Oh, I don't know. It was the same guy what? Yeah.
Yeah, heavy set looking guy.
No, this guy wasn't.
Baseball cap.
Oh, no.
Tall.
Must have been somebody else.
Because he's like, well, I'm working on a story. I said, for who? He says, well, I can't divulge that. And I said, but you're filming me and you're asking me to divulge what I do? He goes,
Wow.
well, you're a public servant. You get paid by the government. I mean, these people are nuts.
Oh, my God. I wonder who the heck it was.
I'm working on a story. So I said, all I told him was that I said, I help people that have parking tickets, moving violations, and village
Yeah.
ordinance. That's all I said.
Okay, yeah. All right, now.
Creeps me out, these things.
Yeah, I know. It's a bit worse.
Because I don't know what the hell is going on. I said, well, what's the story about? He said, I can't divulge that.
I wonder who the heck you was from.
I don't know, but yet you can tell me. I have to answer you because I'm a public servant.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, man. All right, I gotta go because I gotta come back in a little bit. Okay.
Hey, Mary. Me again. Hi.
What do you want? What do you want now?
I was just wanted to follow up on some of the statements you just made. Who are you speaking to?
Why?
I would just like to follow up on some of the statements you just made about me.
What, that I asked what was going on?
Well, no,
I asked
that you
what
were
it was
saying
about, and you said I could. That
you were saying a lot of derogatory things. It's all on
I
camera.
didn't say derogatory. I asked if you went to the front office.
I don't think I treated you with any sort of disrespect here.
I didn't mean to treat you with disrespect. I asked you questions, but you couldn't answer me. But you want me to answer you?
Well, I told you my name's
So,
Sean.
so-
I told you my name is Sean. I told you I'm a journalist, independent journalist, and I told you I was working on a story, Mary. I mean, I don't know how much more information you need from me.
Mary, we're closing the door. We're closing now.
Okay,
Sir.
I'm coming.
Yeah, I was just having a conversation with Mary. I know you close at 4 o'clock. 3:54.
We close at 4.
Yeah, it's 3:54, ma'am.
Well, we go by the time clock.
You go by the time clock, not the actual clock.
So you're gonna have to leave.
But it's not 4 o'clock, ma'am.
I'm in here just with you and Mary.
I'm not a threat to Mary or you or anyone else.
Who are you?
A moment. Who are you, ma'am?
I'm the village clerk.
You're the village clerk, and your name?
Who are you?
I will tell you that as soon as you identify yourself to me. You're the village clerk, and what's your name?
I'm gonna call somebody.
You can call whoever you want. That's fine. Wow. The village clerk is not too happy about a camera in Village Hall. So they close at 4 o'clock, and it's 3:55. There are people still in this building. It's unfortunate. I was trying to do a FOIL request after speaking with Mary for some public records, but it is 3:58 right now. You can see on my watch 3:58. You can see there 3:58. So they're not closed, so they should be offering services to the public. It's 2 minutes to 4 o'clock. Hey, how are you?
Who are you?
I'm sorry, sir. I didn't get your name.
No, what's your name?
No, I'm just asking for who are you, sir?
I work here. What's your name?
You work here in what capacity?
Who are you? Do you work here?
Oh, no, I don't work here, no.
So then what are you doing here?
No, I would just like to know your name, sir. I'd like to know who I'm talking to. You said you work here, right?
I'm asking you the question. I'm not to tell you. What do you do? Do you belong here right now?
Sir, who are you? I don't know why
I
are you
work here.
speaking
My
to me
name is
that
Lou.
way?
What's your name?
My name is Sean,
And
Lou.
what's your purpose of being here?
Well, I was trying to file a FOIL request.
A what?
A FOIL request? Do you know what that
Well,
is, Lou?
it's closed right now.
Well, they closed early. It's not 4 o'clock.
Yes, it is.
It's not. It's 3:59.
Okay, there's nobody here.
And they left at 3:54,
So,
I believe.
am I leaving the premises right now? You don't belong here. Do I have to call the cops?
You can call whoever you want, Lou. I was trying to get services, and it's
There's nobody here.
3:59.
I'd be glad to help you, but there's nobody here.
Well, there was people here, and they left early. How is that my fault?
Look, come on, let's go outside. Let's go outside.
Yeah,
I'm asking you to
I
leave.
would ask you not to put your hands on
I'm
me in
asking you
any
to
way.
leave.
Don't put your hands on me
I'm
in
asking
any
you to
way.
leave.
Lou, take a deep
I'm asking
breath.
you to leave.
Take a
Don't-
deep breath. Take a
No,
deep
I'll
breath.
tell you what to do. Listen, I'm asking you to leave. They called me up.
I don't even know who you are, Lou.
I work. It doesn't matter who I am. I'm a code enforcer here. All right, part of the security.
Am I breaking any codes?
You're not supposed to be here. They're closed.
It's not closed.
You're kind of leave.
It is not closed, Lou.
I said leave.
I'm trying to get services, Lou.
All right, come on. I'm asking you to
Don't,
leave.
Lou.
Then I'm asking you to
Lou,
leave. Then I'm
don't-
asking you to leave.
Don't touch me.
I'm asking
Lou,
you to leave.
Don't touch me.
I'm asking you to leave.
Don't touch me, Lou.
I'm asking you
gotta
to leave.
calm
I'm
down.
asking you nicely to leave.
You gotta calm down. It is now 4 o'clock, Lou.
Okay, it's time to leave. Then.
Now it's 4 o'clock.
Mary, what's this all about?
You gotta calm down, man.
Don't tell me what to do.
You have to calm
I
down.
asked you to
I'm
leave.
gonna tell you what to do.
I know
I'm
you're
gonna
going to
tell
tell
you
me
to
what
calm
to
down.
do.
Calm down.
Who is this guy?
Calm down.
Who is this guy?
Do you know this unhinged man?
I don't know.
No. I'm asking you
Do
to
you
leave.
know this unhinged man, Mary?
Please let it go.
What is wrong with you?
I told him. What-
No, it wasn't closed. It just
We're
turned 4
closed.
o'clock. I am. Call whoever you want. Call whoever you want, Lou.
I'm asking that they're closed. There's no reason for you to be here.
I was here when it was open.
I'm asking you, come back here tomorrow.
down.
Don't tell me what to do.
Down.
All right?
What's wrong
I'm telling
with
you right now, you're not supposed to
Calm
be here.
down. It was calm down. You're acting like a psychopath. Can I believe that I'm trying to get services from the
There's
government?
nobody here.
It was 3:54 when I asked for services.
All right, stop.
You don't even know. You just came in here like an unhinged
I
lunatic.
asked you who you are. You wouldn't tell me. You questioned me. I work here. You don't belong
Oh,
here.
how
There's
dare I
nobody here.
question you, right, Lou? How dare I question
Oh, I'm
you?
questioning you. You
How
don't like it? Get
dare
the hell
I?
out there.
How dare I'll be right here. I'll be right here, Lou.
Stop.
And what happened?
Nothing happened, Lou.
Let me talk to you. Let me talk to you.
Just please.
Well, you guys are getting all worked up for no reason. Wow. Very eventful here. So I guess this is Lou's Atlantic Beach Code Enforcement vehicle here. What a complete unhinged. That man is code enforcement. He goes to people's homes and enforces code in the village of Atlantic Beach. Are you kidding me? I'll take an apology now, Lou.
You go fuck yourself. How's that?
Excuse me?
That's right. You heard what I said. You can go fuck yourself.
Excuse me? I'll take an
Have a
apology.
nice. Yeah, go get an apology. Go stick it up your ass. Yeah, go asshole.
Put your seatbelt on, Lou.
Fucking whack job.
You gotta put your seatbelt on. I'm the whack job. Put your seatbelt on, Lou. Lou, put your seatbelt on. Come on, man. You gotta follow the law. You gotta follow the law, Lou. What a complete unhinged tyrant. Wow. Code enforcement officer Lou has decided to return
Where you from, buddy? Where you from?
from here.
From where?
From here.
What was your purpose here?
To do a FOIL request.
Hey, what?
A FOIL request.
Okay, let me ask you something. You see, the building is closed.
It wasn't.
But this, they left at 4 o'clock.
But it wasn't 4 o'clock.
So, what's the difference? At the end of the day, come back in the morning.
The difference is that you're expected to work until 4
All
o'clock.
right, okay, you made your point. All right.
Okay, great. Yeah, have a nice day, Lou.
Listen,
Okay.
what do you do?
Have a nice... I'm a journalist. I told you
A
that.
journalist from where? Show me some
Independent.
identification.
No.
Why, then you're not a journalist.
Okay. Then you're not a code enforcement officer.
Oh, really? Well, let me, at least I'm here. I show you that what I hear. I'm not
Let me
hiding
see your
anything.
identification.
So the point is, I'm showing you what you say are public. Okay, what? What are you publishing? You're National Herald? Are you from the Daily News?
I'm independent.
You're independent. So what's the purpose of this whole thing?
To do a FOIL request investigating the village here.
Investigating what?
The village.
Oh, really? Well, if there's nobody here, what are you investigating?
There was people here.
Well, they were leaving.
They
It's
left
4
early.
o'clock.
They left early.
I'm telling you, it's Sean. It's 4 o'clock. People.
They left
They
early.
really leave at 3. A few stay around for 4. They start at 7. They leave at 3.
Well, that's something that should be brought up at the meeting then. I'll bring it up.
Whatever you have to do, but
Right.
there's no reason to get all crazy here.
You got crazy,
No,
Lou.
because I asked you to leave. You're not supposed to be here. That's closed.
It wasn't closed.
No, it's closed.
Once it turned 4 o'clock, I left.
Okay, I know. Yeah, okay.
You got crazy.
Yeah, I asked you to leave. And
You.
you disappointed.
Lou, listen, there's nothing else for us to talk about, man.
You said you weren't going to leave.
There's
I
nothing
said, well,
else.
you have to leave.
You can just put your seatbelt on and just
Don't worry
go.
about my seatbelt.
It's for safety.
Don't worry-
It's the
don't worry about
law.
my safety.
It's the
Don't worry about
law.
my life. What about your life?
It's the law.
It's the law. Good.
It's the law.
I was parked.
Follow the law. You're not
Okay?
parked.
Vinny, this is Sean.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
What's your name, sir?
Doesn't matter. What's the problem?
Your
what's your
name?
name?
Your name doesn't matter.
What's your name?
Your name doesn't matter.
What is your name?
Is it with like
What is your name?
officer, inspector doesn't matter?
What is your name?
So I'm asking you what your name is.
I'm
You said
asking
it,
you
is
first.
your
I don't
name
have to
doesn't
identify myself.
is your name doesn't matter?
My name is Vincent Amoroso. What is your name?
My name is Sean.
Sean what?
Just Sean.
Sean? Just Sean?
Yeah, just Sean.
Sean from where?
Sean from Earth.
Okay. So
I'm
what
just
seems
here.
to be the problem?
I don't have any problem. I think
so
are
let's
you
get the
are you
police here.
Yeah, you can call them. Go ahead, Vinny. Yeah, go
What
ahead.
seems to be the problem?
Go ahead. Call who you need to call. If you feel safe. I'm unsafe. I mean,
No, I don't
that's
feel
your right.
unsafe. I feel perfectly fine. I want to know what the problem is.
And you think law enforcement's gonna take care of that for you?
What's the problem?
Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
Trespassing?
Yeah, right. Trespassing on public
How you
property.
doing? My name-
Right.
Yes. My name is Vincent Amoroso. I'm with the Village of Atlantic Beach. I'd like to have an officer respond to 65 The Plaza, the Village Hall. We have a trespasser. The Plaza, the Village Hall of the Incorporated Village of Atlantic Beach. The Plaza, 2 words. Yes, we have somebody who's trespassing, refuses to leave. Yes.
All of the above.
Hispanic, white, about 5'8", 5'10", beard, wearing
6'2".
a New York Yankees hat.
6'2".
Yankees, correct. And yeah, interlocking NY, refusing to leave. Refuses to provide any identification. Was caught inside the building after the structure was closed.
That's not true.
Vincent Amoroso. O-R-O-S-O. Thank you. Correct. So what seems to be the problem, Sean?
I don't have a problem. You're the one that called law enforcement. What does the phone have to do with anything?
What's anything got to do with anything? Why are you here?
I already explained that to multiple people, Vincent.
Who's the multiple people?
I explained it to everybody inside,
Okay.
and I explained it to
and
Lou
what were
here.
you asking?
Are you Lou's boss?
Who's boss?
Lou,
No, I'm my boss.
you're not Lou's boss?
I'm my boss.
You're your own boss?
Yeah.
Really? That's interesting. Well, I mean, technically, the residents here are your boss, right?
I work for
Taxpayers.
myself.
No, you work for the taxpayers.
No, I work
I think
for
you got to get
myself.
out of that mentality,
No, I
Vincent.
work for myself.
No. You're here to serve the taxpayers
Not necessarily.
of Atlantic Beach. Yes, you are.
I'm here to serve myself.
You're here to serve yourself by saying that you serve the
You're
taxpayers.
an arrogant idiot.
And what does that make
Well,
you?
can go, man. You don't have to hang around here.
What does that make you? If I'm an arrogant idiot, what does that make you?
Same as you. You refused to leave the building when you were told to leave.
It wasn't closed
How do you know it wasn't closed?
because you close at on your website. It says it closed at 5. Number one.
Well, I don't
Number
care what
two,
your website closes. We can make our own hours.
and it closed at 4. And as soon as the clock struck 4, I left. There were still people
Not if you're in
inside.
the building, I won't stay there by myself. Were you asked to leave?
At 4 o'clock,
Were you asked to leave?
I left. There were still people in the building. I'm
Well,
trying
were
to
you
conduct
asked to
business
leave?
during business hours. That's how that
Were
works.
you asked to leave?
That's how that
suppose
works.
They wanted to leave at 3 o'clock. They have to get your permission.
They should not be leaving early. They're getting
Who
paid.
says
I'm
they
sure
are?
they're getting paid till 4
How
o'clock,
do you
aren't
know
they?
that? How do you know that?
I'm sure they are.
How do you know that?
I don't know
Why
for a
would you make that
fact.
assumption?
Well, I would know for a fact if I was able to do my FOIL request that I wanted to
Well,
do.
if you wanted to do a FOIL request, you should have come in before 4 o'clock.
I did.
We don't have to take your information after 4 o'clock.
It wasn't after 4 o'clock.
If the office actually
That's what you're not understanding,
the
Vincent. It's not.
office
It wasn't
can-
after
the
4
office
o'clock.
can open and close as they see fit. They don't need your permission.
I didn't say they need my permission. I'm saying they should be open during normal business hours.
Normal business hours are the hours that we make.
Does Chase Bank close 10 minutes early?
If they want, I'm sure they do, but we don't have to.
But do
answer
they
to
do
Chase
that?
Bank, and we don't have to
You answer to the taxpayers.
No,
You
we
said
don't.
you're in this for yourself.
Yeah.
That's the mentality that I'm here to expose, Vincent.
great.
That's what you're in this
I'm
for, and
happy.
I'm sure that's what you
very
truly
happy.
believe. And listen, there's a lot of public servants like yourself, Vincent, that think that way.
servant.
You
I
are a
work
public
for
servant.
myself.
No, you are a public
I work
servant.
for myself.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
No, you're not.
I work for myself.
It's unfortunate that you think that way. So you just work for yourself. You just do what you want. What is
Am I a
what?
taxpayer?
What do you do? What do you do?
Am I a taxpayer?
I have no idea.
Well, so
Are
why
you?
would you tell me I don't work for myself if you don't know if I'm a taxpayer?
Well, it doesn't matter. You don't pay your whole salary, do you?
How do you know that?
You just don't. I know that. It wouldn't make sense. No one pays their whole salary in taxes. We do pay a lot of taxes here on Long Island, that's for sure. More than
You
most.
just happen to be a moron who doesn't want to listen to somebody who says to you that we're closed, come back
So,
tomorrow.
as an inspector for the Village of Atlantic Beach, Vincent, do you think that calling people names is professional?
Listen, if
Do you think
were
that's
asked
warranted?
To leave, if you were asked to leave,
Do you
and
think that's
turn
warranted?
around and say you're not leaving, what do you think that does? When I came up to you and I asked you what seems to be the problem, and you tell me that the problem is that it's him, it's me,
Right.
everybody else.
This man's unhinged,
Maybe it's you.
and I think no. That's why I record. That's why I'm recording,
That's great.
so that way we could tell who's the moron, as you say, quote unquote moron here. We could figure that out through rewatching the video, and we can get other people's opinions on that.
So then I guess I'll ask for a copy of the video.
Oh no, I will definitely. You have an email? You want to give me your email? Because I can email to you for sure.
That's good.
Is it
65 office at villageofatlanticbeach.com.
65 office
Office at villageofatlanticbeach.com.
office at villageofatlanticbeach.com. I will be sure to send you the whole entire video so you can see exactly from start to finish exactly what transpired here today. That way we don't have to guess. We don't have to, we don't have to guess on what time it was.
You have your whole transaction.
The whole
everything.
thing, everything, Vincent. I'll make sure I get it right to you as soon as I get home.
And what
I'm going to
organization do you
originally.
work for?
I'm an independent journalist, Vincent.
Excellent.
Independent means I work for myself.
Oh, so you're like me.
I don't get taxpayer money though.
Oh, you probably
Right.
don't get any money then if you're independent.
Right. I mean, I guess that's between me and Uncle Sam.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, no, I don't get taxpayer money like you, Vincent.
That's a shame.
Right. Yeah, I don't get the free medical that you get. I don't get all that. None of those taxpayer benefits you get for you to treat members of the public the way you do, Vincent. It's very unprofessional, and it's not a good look for Atlantic Beach. It really isn't. You're not a good representation of Atlantic Beach.
Let me just tell this officer where to pull over.
Oh, I'm sure he'll be all right.
Excellent.
Law enforcement has arrived. Hey, officer, how are you?
Officer DeConzo 3485, Nassau County. How are you?
Thank you for identifying yourself. I appreciate it. I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I didn't call you. Vincent here, the inspector, called you. Apparently he thinks I'm trespassing.
Inside the building after the building was closed. refused to leave. Our security officer asked him to leave, which he declined to do. So after conversation between these two, me as his supervisor.
Oh, you are his supervisor, so you're a liar as well.
Trying to alleviate the situation. However, when I asked him what seemed to be the problem, he just seemed to come back and say that there were no problems and that everything was good. Apparently, he doesn't like the tone that I took with him, which I really don't care about. But he was asked to leave. He seems to have an issue with that the office closed early and feels that there's no way that the office should actually be able to close early because Chase Bank doesn't close early.
Right. So, officer, now that you heard an account from somebody who wasn't here, he just arrived here. I will tell you what actually happened. You got here late. You got here late too. You got here late too.
Let's just do
one at a time. I didn't interrupt him, right? Right. So I walked into this building at like 3:45, approximately. I was just taking some pictures and video of the inside. I spoke to the court clerk, Mary. We had a conversation. The village clerk, we had a short conversation as well. I told her that my goal here was to, I'm working on a story. I'm an independent journalist. I'm working on a story on the village of Atlantic Beach. So I just wanted to go in all the publicly accessible areas. I know there's a meeting tonight. And before I could file my FOIL request, the village clerk slams the door and she's like, I'm leaving. But it was 3:54 at that time. And I said, ma'am, you're open till, on the website, it says 5 o'clock. I could have misread it, but I was under the impression that it was 5 o'clock. But either way, it wasn't 4 o'clock. It was 3:54. And I said, ma'am, you're closing early.
Do you still want to file a request?
I wanted to. That's my goal. That's my goal here today. But they left early. Again, they said they can leave whenever they want and do whatever they want. They don't answer to nobody. Vincent here says that even though he's paid by taxpayer dollars, he's only looking out for himself and he does whatever he wants to do. He decided to call you. There was people still in the building. As soon as the clock struck 4 o'clock, I left the building.
When can you do his FOIL request? He can do his FOIL request electronically, which I'm sure he knows, or he could come in during normal business hours, which are from 8 to 4. However, if the office deems necessary to close early, we don't have to tell him that we're closing early. We can leave early.
Well, I was here when it was still open, sir.
But obviously, if the village clerk was closing the door and said you'll have to come back,
You're acting like I broke into Village Hall or something.
Were you asked to leave?
They said they were closing, and I left by the time they closed. I wasn't the last person to leave, sir.
If they're closing, that means
The court clerk was still here.
That there may be people in the building doesn't mean that we're open.
Right. So the village clerk can close a public building whenever she wants. That's what you're telling me?
If she wants to leave, she can close. If she's the last one there, yes.
Well, she wasn't the last one there, but I'm just saying. So they have carte blanche, and there's a meeting today, so it's perfect. I can bring it up at the meeting that let the residents know that village clerks.
Tomorrow, do you want to do the FOIL request tomorrow?
Or I can come back. Obviously it's closed, officer. I'm not trying to break into City Village Hall here. I get that. I get it's closed now.
Get some information.
I'm investigating. That's all I'm doing here. I was in the area anyway, so I decided to come down and investigate. I'm sure I investigate, police departments, village halls, everywhere. So it's just part of my job.
As far as I know, you're just doing what you can do. That's fine.
Right. That's it, sir.
I'm sure you don't go in the restricted areas.
Right, sir. Right.
Do you want to come back tomorrow and file?
I will be back. I'll be back later on tonight at the board meeting. There's a board meeting tonight, and I'll be back for the board meeting.
Okay with you guys? Yeah, I have no issue. I mean, the only thing I would say is that if he's asked to leave the board meeting, he'll be asked to leave the board meeting. Whether it's a public meeting,
I wouldn't leave.
You have the opportunity and the
You do
right
not. You have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Sir, you just don't.
Okay.
I mean, I would hate for you to waste resources from the Nassau County Police Department to call them back here because I attended a board meeting.
At the hearing tonight.
You'll have the great, and I hope he can educate you on what you can and cannot do. I'm not trying to start any problems here. I'm trying to exercise my rights. How? By coming to a village hall, sir? Come on, be reasonable. I walked inside of a village hall. That's starting problems. Wait till you see the video and how this maniac acted. Really? I don't use that word lightly. I don't use it lightly. I don't use it lightly, sir. You've called me a moron, whatever else you called me today, sir. I don't use the word maniac lightly. And when you see the video, I told you I'd send it to you.
Identification wouldn't even do that.
Sir, you're not a law enforcement officer. Did he ask me for identification? Did he ask me for identification? Because he knows his job, sir.
And you refused to.
Now they're putting you in a predicament, aren't they?
Who is it?
He can refuse identification.
He can refuse
He
identification.
hasn't committed a crime. we're certainly not obligated to request identification. If you committed a crime, it's a different story. I mean, that's just the way the law is. So. Anyway, did we get what we need to
Yeah,
get?
I just,
Come back
I'll take care of it. Yeah. No, and I'll come back tomorrow for the FOIA request. I'll take care of it, officer. I'm sorry your resources were wasted coming out here. I didn't want to, I tried to talk to these people and they didn't understand. Like you just heard him say, officer, like he's your boss telling you to ask me for my identification. It's just ridiculous, the power play here. And, I don't appreciate it, but, they didn't break any laws. I didn't break any laws. So there's really no need for you to waste your time here anymore. No one broke any laws. Unprofessionalism is something I could take up at the meeting.
I asked you to leave.
It was not after 4 o'clock.
You refused to leave.
That's not
If
true.
it was
the
after
door,
the
you
store, we'll do it.
Huh?
If he comes back tomorrow and it's past closing time, call
I'm
me up,
talking
I'll
about
come
right
by.
I'm not going to let him diffuse or twist the story. It was past 4
on video,
o'clock.
sir.
It was past 4 o'clock. I asked him to leave. He refused
You're
to leave.
lying.
There was nobody in the...
Go ahead.
Yeah,
Keep lying.
Then you're a liar.
How?
Well, then you can call
It's
me
all
a liar,
recorded.
you damn liar. You go say whatever you want to say on that. I asked you things. Okay?
You've made that clear.
I work here.
Right.
I asked
There
you
you
to
go.
leave. Very simple. You refused. Okay? I didn't take force. I wouldn't do that. But I asked you if I had to call I was going to do that. I asked you nicely.
You guys can always call me. Just call me up and I'll help you out. All right? Try to
Again,
get everybody where they need to
if
be.
he
was asked to leave after 4 o'clock, he is trespassing. That's it. That's all. I was going on.
It wasn't after 4 o'clock.
You understand that if it's past closing time?
Right. And it wasn't, sir. I'm sure you know that. I would never do something like that. I'm sure you know exactly, I know the law, I know rules. I'm trying to follow the rules to the best of my ability, but I just wanted to do a FOIA request. That's it. I didn't talk to anybody with disrespect. I'm not trying to agitate anybody. They agitated themselves, and they're continuing to do that because they're not getting their way. They're acting like petulant children.
Do a FOIA request tonight, or he has to come back and regular?
And that's fine, sir. I can come back during regular business hours. I was here during regular business hours earlier.
He is so in tune with everything. He knows the FOIA request can become submitted electronically.
I like to do it online I like to do it in person so I can document that experience.
Yeah, of course he can experience. Can we do likewise?
You can do what?
Can we do likewise?
Do what?
Refute whatever you're saying?
I mean,
You
I don't
can
know what that
make all
means.
the
Hey,
decisions you
officer,
want.
how are you? How you doing?
He's all set to furnish us
I'm doing well.
a video, a complete copy of the
Yeah, can I just mind if I get your name and badge number?
Officer Delegate's badge is 442.
Thank you, Officer Delegate. I appreciate you.
And if he is there after 4 o'clock, he is trespassing. And
Right.
whether or not the office chooses to close early, the office chooses to close early.
Well, sir, you're going to have to take that up with your prosecutor, I guess, or something. I don't know.
Inspector, stop everything?
I didn't leave after 4. Hey, how are you, sir? Hey, you mind if I just get your name and badge number?
Yeah, Kelly, badge number is 4703.
Thank you, Kelly. Officer Kelly. I appreciate you. Thank you.
She was on her way out.
Have a good day. We'll see you at the meeting.
I'll see you at the meeting. We'll resolve. Yeah.
Any questions?
I don't have any questions for you, sir. Thank you for, not forcing me to identify, doing anything what these gentlemen ask you to do. So I appreciate you just operating within the law. I know you got called. You had to come here. Don't blame you. Okay. Operate within the law. Great. Appreciate it. Yep, you too. Have a great night, guys. Take care. You have a good one, okay?
Any issues, just call me up and I'll happily come down and help everyone out. All right? Thank you.
Have a good day, officer. You guys stay safe out there, okay? Take care. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that was a wild video. Public servants really...
When code enforcers think they're above the law, it's up to citizens to keep them in check. Always record interactions, note names and badges, and refuse unlawful orders. File FOIL requests, submit formal complaints, and demand transparency, because real public servants serve the people, not themselves. So how do we respond when our rights are violated in public spaces? Stay tuned as today's video shows a real-life scenario where ignorance of rights and abuse of power escalate a routine situation into intimidation. Imagine stepping into your local courthouse lobby to film a public area only to be met by a deputy who demands you turn it off, threatens to erase your recording, and orders you out under pain of arrest. In today's audit from Limestone County, watch Deputy Willard abandon the Constitution, follow a secret court order, and escalate a routine First Amendment check into outright intimidation.
We have a district courtroom to our left.
Are you recording?
Yeah, who are you, sir?
Are you recording?
Yeah, I ask you who you are.
Who am I? I'm
Yes, sir.
Deputy.
Yeah, deputy.
You
What?
can't record, Mill Ward. You can't record in the building.
Why is that?
Circuit court, the presiding circuit court judge has issued a court order. There's no recording in this building.
I haven't seen any of that signage
Okay,
or
you're not
orders.
going to record. Okay, so turn it off.
I haven't seen any of those signage
okay,
or the
quit
order.
arguing.
No one's arguing.
Okay, yes you are.
No, no,
I'm
I'm
telling you
not.
to turn it off. Turn it off.
I understand what you're saying, sir, but there's
Turn
no order.
it.
Where is the order? Can you show it to me?
They've got it downstairs.
They have it downstairs?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Sure, we can take a look at the order. I don't know why you think people having conversations is arguing. Communication. That's what it is. Arguing is when somebody gets upset. I'm not upset. Are you upset?
Nope.
Sure. You looked upset for a minute.
I'm in the right. Where's that order about the recording? Again, you're going to need to turn that off. Turn it off. You're fixing to get your order. When you do, I'm going to look on that phone. I'm going to erase that recording. So you might want to stop.
You can't go into my phone.
Yes, sir, I can.
No, you cannot. I just spoke to your sheriff.
Here you go.
I just spoke to Josh.
Outside, sir. You can't record here. Let's go. Out. There's your thing. You can read it outside. Let's go. Let's
I need
go.
to read the order.
Outside, sir. And now you're being given an order to vacate the premises.
Is that a lawful order?
Yes, sir. Outside.
Or
now.
you'll arrest me?
If you refuse to leave, yes.
If I refuse to leave, you'll arrest me.
Let's go.
Great. That's all I needed to hear. Now I can hold you accountable in court. So there is a court order here. Absolutely ridiculous.
Come on, sir. Close the door. Outside the building. You can record all you want to out there on the outside that door. Let's go.
I'm just making sure that this is
Let's
valid.
go.
I'm making
Let's
sure
go.
this
You
is
can read it
valid.
outside because you're refusing to quit recording, so go outside.
Yeah. What makes
Go
you think you
outside.
can go
You
into
can
somebody's
record.
phone? What makes you think you
You
can go into
record
somebody's phone?
outside, sir.
I'm going.
Go out now.
What
Let me
makes
help
you
you with the door?
What makes you
Now,
think
let
you
me
can
help
go
you
into
with the
somebody's?
door, sir.
What makes you think you can go
Have
into
a good
somebody's
day.
personal
I get a
property?
search warrant. I can go in any phone I want to.
Don't get your hands off
Yes,
me.
sir.
Get your hands off
Excuse me. I
me.
didn't want the door.
Get your hands
I'm
off
sorry.
me. What a tyrant. What a tyrant. Oh man, what a tyrant he was. All right, well, that was a really quick one.
Fellow Patriots, while editing, I came across a video from 2022, the same year this unconstitutional order was implemented. The video features Tyrant Deputy Willward, the same deputy from this audit.
Well, we're not going to talk about this no more, okay? We're busy.
Sir, you
We're
don't.
not gonna talk
I
about
get it. You don't have to be rude, sir. I wear this because of rude people.
Okay, I've done told you 3 times myself, and you won't listen.
And I asked you
Take
if you
it
could.
out of the building.
I asked for the phone number to the judge's office,
we
and
don't
I
have
asked
it,
for a
it's in the
copy of the
phone book.
policy. That's all I asked for.
Judge Wise.
I'm not trying to be
is the presiding
difficult.
judge. He says no cameras.
I wear this because I sometimes run into assholes like
I
you.
understand. And if you
I'm just coming to
if
get.
you use profane language, me again. You're going to
That's
the
also
jail.
that's
Okay,
also
this is a
protected.
public place.
But it's
Have a good day,
also
sir.
protected.
Have a good day.
content, sir.
Out. Go.
You're a sergeant, sir.
Go.
Do you have a complaint form by chance?
Yes, sir.
You're his supervisor.
Yeah, you take it up with him.
It seems that in 2 years, nothing has changed. Deputy Willward absolutely hates the First Amendment, which is made clear by his statement, "If you use profane language again, I'm going to take you to jail." It's called free speech, Tyrant Willward. Absolutely disgusting. All right, let's get back into the video.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, we were ordered to leave the courthouse under threat of arrest. Didn't even get a chance to read this order through very carefully. It's signed by Presiding Circuit Judge Chadwick Wise. It's from December 2022. Video cameras, body cameras, audio recording devices, and cameras with telephoto or interchangeable lenses are not permitted inside the courthouse without the express permission presiding judge or chief of security. Cell phones are permitted but cannot be used for video. So this is another thing I love to do, ladies and gentlemen. It's I get to expose our court system. This is what we get to do by doing that. First of all, it wasn't called for the way that deputy treated me. He put his hands on me, escalated the situation right from the beginning. There was no need for that whatsoever. If there's a court order, there's a court order.
This court order violates our constitutional rights. This court order that I'm holding right here is anti-transparency, anti-accountability. Again, our court systems should all be completely transparent, allowed recording, so that way we can hold our judiciary branch accountable. But as you know, judges have absolute immunity. Judges can hold you in contempt of court for violating their orders without any sort of due process other than what they're going to give you, which is, you violated my order, you're going to jail for 30 days. No appeal, nothing. Just you're going to jail, you're in contempt of court, and even if you can appeal it, you're going to another judge that this judge likely knows. And they're going to find you in contempt. And you're going to spend 30 days in jail. But this is good education for everybody out there, ladies and gentlemen, to show that our court systems, not all of them, but most of our court systems are completely anti-First Amendment, anti-transparency and accountability. It's absolutely disgusting. And look how our public servants, the deputies, treated me. Put his hands on me at the end, said he's going to go into my phone and erase the video. What a clown. He's going to erase my video? You can't do that. Yes, I'll leave under threat of arrest, and we'll see about taking some legal action here in Alabama. But you definitely can't go into my phone and erase anything, even with a warrant. That just goes to show you how unknowledgeable these deputies are. Completely unknowledgeable. There's no way he has the authority to do that even with a warrant. But it's good to show we the people and to show everybody this is America, ladies and gentlemen. This is anti-transparency, anti-accountability, anti-First Amendment, anti-Constitution, and we're at the steps of a courthouse.
When deputies weaponize secret orders to silence recording, it's on us to push back. Always film, clearly back up your footage off device, and insist on seeing any written order. File formal complaints with the sheriff's office, FOIA the court order, and demand that judges honor public transparency. Our courthouses must be open and accountable to we the people,